So Lil Nas X is in a really bad place right now.
A bizarre late-night incident in Los Angeles has left fans shocked and critics furious. The same name that once ruled the charts is now tied to felony charges in a courtroom. What happened on the street that night has sparked confusion, anger, and endless speculation. Stay with me as we go step by step into how it all spiraled out of control. Shocking turn of events on Ventura Boulevard. It all began with reports to the police about a nude man walking along Ventura Boulevard in Studio City. Officers arriving on the scene quickly confirmed the man was Lil Nas X. Witnesses nearby could hardly believe their eyes. Some stood in confusion while others started recording on their phones. Soon after, clips began spreading online, showing his unusual behavior on the street. What started as a chaotic sighting would soon take a darker turn, leading directly into serious felony charges. What officers claim happened that night. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, the situation escalated the moment officers approached. They claim he suddenly charged at them, refusing to comply with commands. Reports even suggest he struck one officer in the face twice before more officers stepped in. Authorities remain uncertain whether his actions came from mental distress or a possible overdose. At least 3 officers were said to be injured while trying to restrain him. From my experience covering similar cases, when officers emphasize injuries, it usually signals prosecutors will pursue the toughest charges available. From bizarre street footage to viral chaos, clips from that night quickly surfaced, first showing him in white briefs and cowboy boots, then later completely nude. One video captured him in the middle of the street, rapping the lyrics of Kanye West's song Monster to passing cars. In a surreal twist, the very cowboy boots he wore ended up listed on eBay for $10,000. What stood out most was how rapidly the spectacle went viral, with memes and jokes flooding social media. Yet behind the clicks and laughs, the real-life consequences were only beginning. Courtroom reality check for Lil Nas X. Inside a Los Angeles Superior Court on Monday, the spotlight shifted from stage lights to harsh legal scrutiny. Lil Nas X stood before the judge facing 3 felony counts of battery on a police officer and 1 felony count of resisting arrest. His bail was set at $75,000 and he was released on strict conditions. Defense attorney Christine O'Connor argued that her client had strong community ties, no criminal record, and an award-winning career that included 2 Grammys. She insisted the incident was a rare mistake in an otherwise remarkable life. The judge accepted a not guilty plea and scheduled the next hearing for September 15th. That moment marked a dramatic shift, showing the artist not as a performer but as a defendant navigating the consequences of serious charges. The human side of the story told by his family. While courtroom statements were filled with legal terms, the most emotional words came from his father, Robert Stafford. He asked the public to pray for his son and to extend the same grace they would want in a moment of hardship. Stafford said his son was deeply remorseful about what happened and understood the seriousness of the situation. Family members expressed concern for his health and his future, noting that behind the fame and the headlines was someone in need of support. What I observe here is a rare glimpse of vulnerability, where fame fades and family steps in with raw honesty. These words painted a different picture of Lil Nas X, one less about controversy and more about a family rallying around their loved one during a personal crisis. It reminded everyone that beneath the celebrity image, there is still a human being facing difficult circumstances. Possible overdose and hospital stay explained. After the arrest, authorities transported him to a hospital with concerns he may have been experiencing an overdose. Toxicology results have not been released, and officials admitted that tests may still be pending. His attorney stressed there was no evidence of drug use at this stage, though the court kept health in focus while deciding bail. One condition required him to attend 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings each week or enroll in an outpatient program. This stipulation highlighted how the legal system sometimes mixes accountability with treatment. Instead of viewing it only as punishment, the court seemed to acknowledge the need for possible medical or psychological care. For Lil Nas X, the hospitalization and health-related requirements were a sign that the case was not just about criminal charges, but also about his personal well-being and whether deeper issues may have played a role that night. Prosecutors firm warning to the public. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Huckman wasted no time in framing the situation as a broader issue. He said that attacking police officers is not only a crime against those individuals, but a direct threat to public safety. His message was clear that celebrity status would not protect anyone from accountability in his courtroom. The emphasis on public safety positioned this case as more than a single late-night incident. It was presented as a warning to anyone watching, especially high-profile figures. As someone who has followed countless celebrity trials, this is the kind of statement prosecutors use when they are determined to make an example out of someone. With those words, Hochman raised the stakes far beyond one artist's reputation, making it a matter of principle and public trust in law enforcement. Fallout for music career and future plans. The timing of this arrest could not be more disruptive. Lil Nas X has been preparing to release his second studio album, titled Dream Boy, later this year. He had been teasing fans with snippets of new tracks on social media, building anticipation for what many expected to be another headline-grabbing project. Now his court dates and legal troubles risk overshadowing the rollout. His past controversies, including backlash over provocative music videos, never slowed him down creatively. But felony charges present a completely different obstacle. The artist who once broke records with Old Town Road and collected Grammy Awards is now facing the possibility of prison. His ability to balance a high-profile career with the demands of a courtroom battle will be tested in the months ahead, and the outcome could shape not only his freedom, but also his future in the music industry. Public reaction and viral culture's double edge. Fans around the world expressed a mix of shock and concern after the news broke. Social media filled with jokes, memes, and edits of the viral videos, but alongside the humor came genuine fear for his health and well-being. Some argued that what happened looked more like a breakdown than criminal behavior. Others debated whether it could have been a deliberate stunt or linked to substance use. The rapid spread of clips made it difficult to separate fact from speculation. This situation highlighted a bigger question about how the public treats celebrities when their struggles are displayed so openly. Viral culture can bring attention, but it can also strip away empathy, reducing real pain into entertainment. In this case, the balance between concern and mockery showed just how complicated public reaction becomes when fame collides with personal crisis. Lil Nas X now faces 4 felony charges, 3 tied to injury of officers and 1 for resisting arrest. He pleaded not guilty and could face up to 5 years in prison. His next court appearance is set for September 15th, a date that may shape both his career and personal future. This case is a reminder that fame cannot block legal consequences and leaves a debate between justice and compassion. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more updates and share in the comments whether you see this as a mistake or a lasting turning point.